Shut up and sit down.
Yo people, welcome back to the hardware review, and we are back with SMOK. We're taking a look at the IPX 80 kit. It's been a long while since we've actually reviewed something from SMOK on this channel, so when the wonderful people at Vapeaholics asked if I wanted to review this, I went yes please. It's another one of these IP67 mods. It's lob proof, dust proof and waterproof. So if you're into something that you want for work or something like that, or maybe just like a beta mod, this could be the one for you. Built-in 3000 mAh battery and a 5.5mm capacity. Well, it comes in a 2mm if you are TPD compliant, but I will show you a way to take it out. So just like we normally do, let's get this review on the road. This is the box. That's everything you do get in the box, and that was the box. So the SMOK IPX 80 kit. Now this is IP67. They're calling it tri-proof. It is waterproof, lob proof, dust proof. As you can see, it's got some nice little bit of rubber on there. It's not very often you say that, is it? It's got a nice bit of rubber on there, and it fits. I know we say this in every review, but if you look at that, it does fit quite nicely in your hand. It's nice and ergonomical. So let's go top to bottom like we normally do. We'll start off with the pod itself. Now if it's TPD compliant, it will be 2mm, or if it's not TPD compliant, it is 5.5mm, which is a big capacity. Now the good news is mine came as TPD compliant, so that fitted in there, and as you can see, you can take it out. So if you do get it from the UK, you can just break it and it will pull out, so you can use the full maximum capacity of 5.5mm, which is absolutely fantastic. Now you have got that duck bill mouthpiece. Some people don't like these, and if I'm totally honest with you, I'm not overly keen, but they have made this a little bit smaller to other type of duck bills that I've used before, and it does fit quite nicely in your mouth. Keep that quiet. Yeah, so it is quite nice and comfortable. Now it is a side fill. You do have to take the pod off, so as you can see there. Now on it, it will say RPM 2. So this takes the RPM 2 coils. You can, for a separate purchase, get the RPM pod, which will just take the RPM coils. Like I said, that is a separate purchase. Just pull the rubber bung out. There we go. I've had no problems with the filling port at all, no airlocks or anything like that. Once you've filled it, just push it down, like so. I'll say like so and it won't pop in. There we go. If you have a little look on the bottom, you've got your 4 magnets, and that is where your coil goes. Push and play, or push and pull, I don't know which you'd say, push and play. Now the coils that you get with this, excuse me, the first coil that you get is a mesh coil. This is the RPM 2 mesh coil, 0.16 ohms. That's 25 to 50 watt. They're saying best at 40 watts. Let me have a little look in that. And like I said, it is a mesh, and this is more for your direct to lung. And then you also get in the kit, you get a 0.6 ohm coil. Now this is for mouth to lung, and this is best between 12 and 25 watts. There we go. You can see this isn't mesh, it's just round wire that's in there. And to fit these, it is very, very, very simple. As you can see on here, you've got your flat bit. Just put that coil down, be a bit easier. You've got your flat bit there and your flat bit there. On the coil itself, you've got a flat bit either side, as you can see. Just marry them up. Like so. I'll say that, like it's so easy, and then it won't fit in. There we go, just push it in. Make sure it is pushed all the way down. There we go. Now when you are putting your coil in there, make sure you prime it. Put a little bit around the sides, around here, and a little bit in the top, and then leave it for at least 5 to 10 minutes to prime up before you use it. So let's have a look at the device. We'll start at the top. As you can see, you've got your 4 magnets. They marry up to the pod, and you can see you've got your contacts here. Now it has got adjustable airflow. It's on the side. Now these work independently, and you'll be able to see if I just put my hand there. you'll be able to see that that's where the airflow comes in from that side and also in from that side. To fit the pod, as you can see, you've got this sort of circular bit there and a squared off bit there. It only fits one way, so it just marries up. So you've got your circular bit and your square bit. Just push that in and it fits in. No movement on this pod at all. It is really fitted in nice and snugly. Like I did say, you have got independent airflow on either side. So you can dial one side into however you want it, like so. And then you can do exactly the same on the other side. I've got to say, this is really good airflow. You can really dial it in. So like I said, it is IP67. It's lob-proof, dust-proof and waterproof. You've got a loader of the rubber going all the way around it. It does feel like you could proper give this a right good old throw around. Tells you that it is the IPX 80. Now this goes from 1 watt all the way up to 80 watts and it has got a 3000 mAh battery in it. If you have a little look at the bottom, you've got your kite marks, don't vape in the bin, tells you you've got a 3000 mAh and you've got your Type C charging. Just open that up, there you go. You can see it is 5 volt 2 amp charging. Roughly took me about 40 minutes to fully charge it. And I've got to tell you, this battery lasts all day. It is really, really good. You've got a bit of zinc alloy around the sides. Bit of fake leather, which is nice and squidgy. Tells you it is SMOK. And then you've got this stitching in it. And like I showed you at the beginning, it does fit really, really nicely in your hand. This is going to be an absolute corking mod for going to work with. So something that you're not really bothered about. And if you drop it, you're going to be all right. So as you can see, you've got your front screen, you've got your fire button, which is nice and clicky, your plus and your minus. 5 clicks on, 5 clicks off. It will come up SMOK, IPX 80, and then you've got your screen. Now this screen is very vibrant. I've had no problem seeing anything. It looks really, really nice. So you've got your battery indicator at the top. You've got your wattage, which moves in 1 watt increments. If you hold it down, it does shift, goes all the way up to 80 watts and then round robins down to 1 watt. You've then got your ohms, you've got your voltage, you've got your puff counter and how long you've held the fire button for. Now, if you press the fire button 3 times, it will power lock it. So you can't fire it, you can't move the buttons, it locks the entire device. 1, 2, 3. Will unlock the power so you can now fire it and also move your wattage up and down. Now if you hold the plus and minus button together, it'll lock the wattage. So you can fire the device, but you can't move your wattage. Again, to unlock that, very, very simple. Just hold them together and it'll unlock the wattage. Let's move that down a little bit. Now if you hold the fire button and the minus button in together, it will clear your puff counter. If you hold the fire button in and your plus, it'll change the colour. So you've got all the options of different colours on there. We got it on green. I like it on green because you can see it. But as you can see, this is a really nice, vibrant screen. I've had no problems looking at it at all or seeing anything that I need to. So yeah, big thumbs up for the screen. So yes, Aidan, big thumbs up for the screen. That was a look round the IPX 80 from SMOK. What do we reckon? Let's go top to bottom like we normally do. We'll start off with the pod itself. Now, TPD compliant, it will come as 2mm. As standard, it will come as 5.5mm. But you did see we could take that rubber bung out. So you too can have that 5.5mm capacity. Big thumbs up for that. It's always nice to have that bigger capacity. It's also got a duck bill mouthpiece. I'm going to start calling it Duck Dave. Why should Bill have all the fun? I don't know where that came from. It is slimmed down. It's not like them ginormous duck bill mouthpieces that you do get, or the Duck Dave mouthpieces. They have shrunk it down, so it is quite comfortable in your mouth. Now, the pod that it comes with is the RPM2 pod. That obviously takes the RPM2 coils. But as a separate purchase, as you've seen, you can get the RPM pod, which obviously takes the RPM coils. The 2 coils you get with this, the first one is a 0.16 ohm. That's 25 to 50 watts. They're saying the best wattage is 40 watts. And that's more for your direct to lung. You then get a mouth to lung coil, which is a 0.6 ohm coil. That's best between 12 and 25 watts. I've had no leaking or anything like that. You do have to take the pod off itself, and it is a little side fill. Like I said, nice big filling port, no problem with leaking, no problem with airlocks or anything like that. I would have liked to have seen if they could have like incorporated it on the front so you didn't have to take the pod out to actually fill it. But like I said, I've had no leaking and no problems. So it has actually got airflow as well. And they are independent, so you can dial one in more than the actual other. Now, if the actual one that I've got in a minute, the actual coil that I've got in here is the 0.16 ohm, coming out at 40 watts. Now, the way I like it is I sort of like it dialed halfway on each of them. So it gives you a bit of a restricted direct to lung. Let's have a go. I know the RPM coils and I really do like them, and the really good flavour from this and really good clouds. We can close this off a little bit more and you're going to get, like if we can close it completely off and you're still going to get a restricted direct to lung. It's a restricted direct to lung but borderlining on like a loose mouth to lung. Now when I've been using the 0.6 ohm coil, it's still more to me restricted direct to lung than actually mouth to lung. Even when it's really closed off, it's on the borderline of mouth to lung. It's more restricted direct to lung to me. But I like the way it vapes. I really do like the way it vapes. And like I did say, really good flavour, and as you've seen, decent clouds on it. I will say it's really well made. It feels really nice in your hand. You've got that rubber coating that's all the way around. And like I've said, it's IP67, lob-proof, waterproof, bomb-proof, and all that sort of stuff. Very, very simple menu on there. You've only got your wattage. You've got nothing to mess around with. You can lock the entire device, so you can lock your wattage. You can even customize it by changing the colours. Type-C charging. 3000 mAh built-in battery, and I've got to tell you, this battery lasts whether you're running it at 40 watts or if you're running it on the mouth to lung. It lasts you a day, and I've been so surprised. I keep looking at it and thinking, surely that should go down a little bit more. Even when it's getting down towards like the 40% of it, you must have had mods yourself where it gets to 40% and all of a sudden it just goes really quick. It hasn't. It's really held up well, so you're going to get a full day out of it. All in all, if you're looking for sort of like a mod for work, especially if you like work in the building trade or something like that, this could be for you. It's got everything you want. It's got airflow. It's a very simple menu. Goes all the way up to 80 watts. Fully charged in roughly about 40 minutes. It's 5 volt, 2 amp charging. Yeah, it looks quite nice. Bit of fake leather on the side, as you can see. Feels nice in your hand, like I said, ergonomical. You know you're going to be able to get the coils either online or on your bricks and mortar because the RPM coils are all out there. And if you are using the RPM and you want to just use that, you can get the other pod for it as well as a separate purchase. So yeah, big thumbs up, especially if you're in that sort of trade where you're going to be dropping your mods all the time. Yeah, I quite like it. Looks really, really nice. Big thumbs up to Vapeaholics for sending this out for review. I can't leave any links down below because YouTube do not like it. But if you do a bit of Google foo, you will be able to go and check them out. They've also left me a little bit of a code, which I will stick there for you. So go check them out. Big love to you, Vapeaholics. And also a big shout out to SMOK as well. Big shout out to him. Well, this has been another review by Little Bro. If you've liked the review, make sure you like, subscribe, and share the subscribe buttons in the corner. Give it a press and give it a new magic number. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Go and hit me up, people. And there's one last thing to say. Keep them juices flowing. Don't forget to check out my latest video. Also, don't forget to check out 3 Men and a Vape Show live at 8 PM every Wednesday. And also, if you've enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell, and we'll catch you later.